Today, we're talking about a mind so brilliant, he managed to measure the entire world with stunning accuracy 1,000 years before we had anything close to the technology for it.
I mean, really think about that for a second. How could you possibly measure the size of the Earth over 1,000 years ago? We're talking no satellites, no GPS, not even modern telescopes. It sounds completely impossible, right?
Well, it wasn't impossible. One man, a true genius, figured out a way to do it. His name was albiruni.
So, who was this incredible thinker? To really get a sense of his genius, we need to understand where he came from.
His full name was Abu Rayhan Muhammad ibn Ahmed al-Biruni, and he's easily one of the greatest scholars from the Islamic Golden Age, a time that was just buzzing with scientific and cultural breakthroughs.
So he was born way back in 973 CE in a region called Khorazm, which is in modern-day Uzbekistan. His life's journey took him all the way to India, and he passed away in 1048, leaving behind an absolutely immense body of work.
And when I say his legacy was huge, I mean it. Al-Biruni wasn't just an expert in one thing. His curiosity was absolutely boundless. He was a master of, well, a lot of things.
The sheer range of his mind is just staggering. You know, in astronomy, he wasn't just mapping stars, he was actually kicking around the idea that the Earth might rotate on its own axis. That was a huge deal back then. He was also a top-notch geographer, a physicist measuring the density of different materials with wild precision, and of course, a brilliant mathematician.
But out of all these incredible achievements, one really stands out. It's his most famous accomplishment, using his mastery of math to calculate the radius of our planet with an accuracy that is just mind-blowing.
So how in the world did he do it? This is where his genius is on full display. It starts with finding a mountain and measuring its height. Then, from the very top of that mountain, he would look out at the horizon. Now, because the Earth is a sphere, the horizon doesn't just go on forever in a flat line. It actually dips down a tiny bit. He used a tool called an astrolabe to measure that tiny angle, the dip angle, with incredible precision. And that one measurement was the key. He realized he had basically created a giant invisible right-angled triangle. Its corners are the mountain peak, the center of the Earth, and the point on the horizon. By knowing the mountain's height and that one crucial angle, he could use basic trigonometry to solve the rest of the triangle. And one of those sides he solved for? Yep, that was the Earth's radius. It's just an unbelievably elegant and clever solution.
But you know, what Al-Biruni figured out is only half the story. Just as revolutionary was how he did it. His entire approach to finding knowledge was centuries ahead of its time.
He was one of the earliest pioneers of what we now call the scientific method. He didn't just accept what was written in old books. No, he relied on his own experiments, his own observations, and a truly objective analysis of the world around him.
Think about it. At the time, most knowledge was just passed down through tradition or based on biased accounts. Al-Biruni threw that out the window. He was all about being honest and unbiased, basing his work on what he could actually see, measure, and prove for himself.
And he didn't just apply this to the hard sciences. He was one of the first to study different cultures with this same scientific objectivity, without bias. That was incredibly rare for his era.
And the greatest example of this is his masterpiece, Kitab al-Hind, or the Book of India. To write it, he didn't just talk to a few people. He actually learned Sanskrit, a notoriously difficult language, just so he could read the original texts himself. He documented Hindu philosophy, science, and traditions with genuine respect and an eye for accuracy. He wanted to understand, not to judge.
Al-Biruni's impact was obviously immense, but his story also has this element of profound loss. It's a powerful reminder of how fragile knowledge can be.
Think about this number for a second. 146.
That's the estimated number of books he wrote. 146 books on everything from science to philosophy to history. Just an unbelievable amount of work. And the tragic part? So many of them are now lost to time.
And that leaves you with this kind of haunting question. A mind that could measure the entire planet. They could think about the Earth spinning on its axis. They could study other cultures with such empathy. What else did he figure out? What other secrets of the world were written down in those lost books? We can only imagine.